Hi there, contractors and construction material professionals and salespeople and everybody else who's listening to this. My name's Tamara, otherwise known as the Construction Writer. You can find me at www.theconstructionwriter.ca. And in this video, I want to quickly go over for you what I call Bid Proposals 101, how to write proposals that get the job. Now, if you're new to the world of bidding and tendering and that kind of thing, and you get a big bid package on your desk, it's going to be a daunting thing. You're going to look at it, you're going to think, wow, they need way too much stuff. And a lot of people will not bid the job because they're scared of missing something or not giving the right information and all that sort of thing. This isn't about the estimating side of things. So as long as you got the estimating and all that dialed in, this will help you to put together a bid proposal that goes beyond just a price and helps to get you the job. So first, let's go over who am I. My name is Tamara, like I said. I've been in the construction industry since 2001. After I finished my formal training in construction, I worked as an estimator and project manager for a big company in South Africa. I was involved in electrical, civil engineering, manufacturing, all kinds of different things. But one of the things that I always got involved in because of my natural interest in writing is the bid proposal side of things and the marketing side of things. So I've been bidding multi-million dollar jobs for many years, and I know exactly what people at the higher levels and customers at the higher levels are looking for when they're looking at a bid package, and how you can make your bid package stand out when you've got quite a lot of competition. So yeah, I've been doing this for a very long time, and I'm still doing it for customers all over the place. Anyway, so that's how I know what I'm talking about and how I've learned what I've learned about the process. So let's get on to the next step. So first you want to know, why does it matter what your bid proposal is? You just want to fill in a price, send in your document on time, and leave it up to fate. The difference comes in that a lot of the bigger jobs that you're going to bid or tender on have an adjudication or weighting formula. So that means that your price is only going to matter a percentage of the criteria that they're going to use to adjudicate the bid. They're going to be looking at other things like capability and track record and whether you have the correct certifications and documentation and that kind of thing. In a case like this, when you're bidding on a job like that, presentation matters a lot. It could come down to the difference between who they think is more capable of doing the job and who they don't think is. And that could be what decides the bid. Now, if you have two companies that are exactly the same, that have exactly the same theoretical experience and capabilities and all that sort of thing, one of them delivers a really slick, really professional looking bid package and the other one doesn't, it's going to swing it towards company that has the really professional looking marketing package. So that's why it matters. And that's why every time that I've worked on a big bid where we've done a really, really professional looking bid package, and there's been a lot of tight competition and all other things being equal, we've won the bid. So it really does matter, and it really can be the difference between getting the job and not getting it. So the first thing I want people to do when you're looking at a bid package and figuring out what you're going to put into your bid proposal, you need to read the document. The document's going to tell you exactly what they're looking for. It's going to tell you how often you're going to need to be in contact with them, what kind of communication they want, all the terms and conditions, general and specific, the specifications, the scope of work, and just generally what they're looking for in a company. Sometimes when it's a job for, let's say, emergency maintenance on facilities and it's going to be an ongoing thing, they're going to be looking for a company that has the capacity to have people on call 24 hours a day. So that's something that you're really going to want to play up in your bid package. But there's always something. They're going to tell you in the document exactly what they're looking for and exactly what their ideal company is going to be. So it's up to you to know those things. And the best way to do that is to read the document that they've given you. If something's not clear, if something's missing, if you're not sure if something's going to be a big factor in their decision, ask a question, send an RFI. That's something you can always do during the bid process. But the number one thing you need to do is you need to identify exactly what they want from you and what they're looking for in a company, because that's what's going to swing the job in your favor when it comes to your bid proposal. So the next thing you want to do is to answer every question. So the form of tender is not just somewhere where you scribble in a price, sign the document, put a date on it, and leave it at that. The form of tender is specifically what they're looking for. If they look at nothing else in your bid package, that is going to tell them exactly what they need to know about your company. So you want to make sure that you filled in every section, no matter how detailed they might be asking for information and that kind of thing. And if there's additional information that you want to send along, you can always write in, please see attached specification, or see attached extract of completed works, or attached find our quality management plan. Let's say you have an ISO certified company or an ISO based quality assurance plan. Those are all things that are going to swing the balance in your favor and be a factor when they're adjudicating the job. If you're the one who's giving them all that stuff up front without them having to beg for it, you're going to be much more likely to be at the top of the list when they're shortlisting candidates for the job. So the next thing I want to talk about is attaching supporting documents. A lot of the time, the bid form of tender, even though it's the most important part of the document, it doesn't have a lot of space to elaborate about certain things and all that sort of thing. So they might have a section where they have some check boxes about health and safety and whatever, but that doesn't tell the whole story. So a lot of the times, what we would do for some of the companies that I'm working for is we would actually solicit letters of recommendation from customers that we work for. In some cases, we would draft the letter of recommendation for our customers so they didn't have to do the work. Send it to them and say, listen, you can just adjust as necessary and put it on your letterhead for us. Or if we had an award for safety and that kind of thing, all of those things went into our bid packages because those are things that tell your business's story. That's what tells your potential customers that you are the correct company to be their contractor or material supplier or whatever. So don't just, even though the form of tender is the most important part of the package, you don't just want to leave it at that and just, send in 10 pages in an envelope and hope for the best. If you can do a professional package, and a lot of the time we would put together a package that had color photographs, and it was spiral bound, and that had a table of contents so it was easy to find things. I've even had companies that I worked for where we did a standardized printed front page on cardstock with a window cutout so that you could put a page behind with a title on it. All of those things make a difference when somebody is looking at your business and deciding whether they want to give you that $500,000 or $1 million contract. The more you look like a company that they can trust to do all the things that they expect from their contractor, the more likely you are to get the work. So attach supporting documents, organize them properly, have some kind of rhyme and reason to it, put together a table of contents, cross-reference things from the form of tender to your document. If you can put in a page number, see page 10 of section B or whatever, so much the better. All of these things are going to make you look like the kind of company that people want to do business with. Because the less hassle they have in getting information at bid stage, the less hassle they see themselves having when you're actually doing the job for them. And the last thing I want to talk about in this little video that I've made for you guys is to automate the process. Because even though the first couple of times you do a bid package, it can be a lot of work to get all the information together and all that sort of thing. A lot of the time, people are looking for the same information across the board. So they're always going to want to know safety. They're always going to want to know quality. They're always going to want to know capacity. They're always going to want to know about jobs that you've done in the past. So get all those things together. Have an extract of completed contracts with your case studies. Get reference letters from previous customers so you can include it in your bid package. Make sure your health and safety plan is generic, and then state in your document that it will be revised to be site-specific if you're the successful bidder. Include your quality management program, whether it's ISO or whether you're still working towards that. Put it in there. Photographs, a company profile, who you are, what you do, what your capacity is, what your capabilities are, a list of the big machines and equipment that you have available for the customers that you work for. All of these things will make you seem like the contractor that they want to do business with. And I can tell you now that I've never had anybody tell me that I've given them too much information. If anything, people are appreciative that they don't have to come back to you after the fact and say, can you please give us this information, or can you please clarify what kind of jobs you've done in the past, and that kind of thing. If they have everything already available and already easy to find in your bid package, you're going to put yourself at the head of the queue. So that's my tips. And like I said, I've been doing this for 20 years now. So I've worked on a lot of bid packages over the years. If you're not comfortable with writing and that kind of thing, you can put all the information together and hire somebody like me to take your information and turn it into sort of a marketable package, professionally written document. And then you can do, layouts and graphics and that kind of thing to make it a cohesive kind of marketing package. Again, a lot of what it comes down to in situations like these is not what you can do, but what you tell other people you can do. So you know that you have the capability to do the job. Your bid proposal document is something that is designed to convince other people that you are the right company for the job. So spend some time on it. Get the information formatted correctly. Make sure that you do things like spell check and organize the information, put in a table of contents, even if you can have, if it's an electronic package that you're doing, if there's hyperlinks to different sections so that people don't have to look for it. All of these things matter a lot. And when it comes down to contracts that have a weighted adjudication formula where price isn't everything, these are the things that can get you the job. Anyway, thanks for listening, and that's my video about Bid Proposals 101, and I hope that you're going to be killing your bid proposals from now on. And please let me know if any of this was useful to you, or if you have any comments or questions. I'd love to hear them. Thanks a lot. Bye.